Mr. Wilson Tjandra. For the past 8 years, he has been working with Q8 Mobile in Canada, OVO Games, and a few other indie developers from Germany and the United States remotely. Mr. Wilson will explain how to create a decent 2D animation with the right tools you will need as a starter as well as an intermediate. Please welcome Mr. Wilson Tjandra.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Wow, I'm not gonna talk about the marketing, about the business stuff. We'll talk about the developers. So, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Whoa, what's happened? Sorry, a minute. Okay. Going back. So how many of you here want to become a game developers? Okay, that's a lot. And how many of you here is an artist? Okay, that's a lot too. Okay, I'm here as an art director actually. I'm doing an artwork for my games. And, oh, I almost forgot, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Wilson Tjandra and I'm from Minsphere. And I would like to maybe thank the Toge production to make such an awesome event. So we can all game developer and everybody who is interested in game gathered here. And maybe before I'm gonna start my topic, I would like to introduce what's Minsphere, who we are and what we do. So, okay. Minsphere is self-founded in the past year, actually, but we are already making a game assets. Oops. We are providing game asset for French company from US, Canada remotely. So, here is actually our first game, which is Trigger Knight. Anybody play Trigger Knight here? Oh, still a little, so Anton, I thought I'm gonna going home with you. Okay, Trigger Knight is actually it's a managing and strategy games, which is you must make her survive in how many days, and she gonna just keep on running until, I don't know, until you kill yourself with the enemy or you exhausted. So it is actually our first game released for the Flash version, and we ported it to the iOS and Android version. We use an anime and Japanese style here, so we wanted to, since I think there is a lot of people like Japan style. May I ask you guys, how many people of you likes anime style? Just, I think I'll have. Western style? Okay, anime still win. Okay, this is our, anyway, the second game is actually our main game. Oops, okay. Which is we actually wanted to make a game looks like a Vanillaware, Muramasa, or Odin Sphere. We using all the techniques and we put it on the Flash version. Yeah, this is a sample preview for the early production. So the game is not done yet, but you can test it on our booth. So you can just test the gameplay itself. Whoops, too powerful. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the developer, okay? So not the business and again the marketing stuff and other. So game and artwork, I think is the most important part for your products and for your games. So how and why is it important? Okay, I have an icon here. There is a 4 icon. If you see a list of game in the download, there is a lot of 1,000 and 100, which one you gonna click on it, left side or right side? Don't tell me right side. I think you have an error, maybe. Okay, so icon itself is very catchy. So it can trigger your player to click on it, to check on it. So I think game artwork is very important for your products. Since it is a brand, it can make your brand. Can make your brand become more awesome or others. So, oops. Whoops. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm here gonna talk about. There's 3 kind of images here for you artists. Maybe you want to develop a game. There's 3 kind, which is pixel images, vector, and raster images. So let's talk about pixel images. Pixel images is actually a dot of image that's arranged to become, it has a lot of 100 and 1,000 maybe. So it's gonna become something like, become your image or characters. So pixel images are already found in an early game like Prince of Persia. Maybe you play about it when the PC is very like 4 bits, like CGA. And we are already using pixel art. Maybe Galaga games. And even the Mario itself is a pixel art. So I'm not talking pixel art as a virtual or graphic that only can be seen in the computers, but pixel art itself can be seen in the knitting, or maybe an dot image, as long as it's a dot, so you can apply it on any media. So that's pixel art. So why pixel art? Pixel art is the fastest way to make an animation since it's very small. You can create an animation with like very fast, I think about half an hour. So, but as long as it's not on the iPad 3, which is got more HD device, which is the killer resolution for we as an artist. So the tips is, if you want to make a pixel art, I think there is a lot of tutorial on the Google already, and you can learn a lot from the Google itself. So if you think pixel art is outdated, I don't think so, since you can see pixel art on your mobile phone, even the Samsung Galaxy, or even your iPad, or even, oops. Oh no, the image gone. Okay, there's some image that gone. And the slide itself, I think it's a bit, there you go. This is a pixel art. Oh no, this is not my artwork. So pixel art is something like this. You can see a clearly zigzag stuff. So for a game developer who want to make a mobile version for your games, I think I suggest a pixel art for your game, since it is very fast to make it. So what is vector art? Okay, this is from Wikipedia. I think vector is the use of, okay, you read it alone. I think vector art is a line that graphically created by a digital. So it's actually not an image, but they arrange them to become an image. It's actually, I think programmer much more know about this. It's actually a line that being arranged and a lot of colors that become an image. So vector art is something like this. You see it a lot on the farm field. Pet Society or maybe a lot of Flash game. But vector art is, if you use vector art, you can create HD images like that. So when you zoom the image, you won't get the result like the below image. Since if you use raster, the result will be like that. So if you're gonna go to the mobile version, I think you can use vector art, but you're gonna work twice since you got to convert your images to the mobile version, which is you're gonna do it in raster image. But with the pixel art, you can achieve the poster image for the print and the others. So, yeah, I have told you already. Okay, raster image is actually an image or painting. This is much more to the artist, which is actually you usually draw your painting, but you could animate them in the, like crop the image character like I did on my game, which is, it is actually a painting image. It contains lots of colors. Something like this, Muramasa and Odin Spear, which is, I actually follow their style, but they actually using a 3D billboard, but implement them on the, implement the 2D art on the plane. So they have a good engine, but we here already got lots of technology that support our games, such as Unity, which is able to make something like this. And we actually got a Flash, which is actually is good too, but it drains a lot of your processors. But there's, I think Flash change, the new latest Flash is much more better. So, okay, I have told you that before. If you want to make a mobile game, it's better since they have a lot of rich colors. So which one do you think is better? The answer is depend on your quality and gameplay or what idea you want to make a game. So I think it's better you start with your game idea or your team to make what kind of game you want to make. So what kind of images you want to use. So, okay, so why I'm talking about pixels, why I'm talking about the artwork, since I would like to let you know that we Indonesia peoples, beside have a potential market, we have a lots of potential skill and people. Need for Speed, if you already know Need for Speed Underground, anybody knows already Need for Speed? That some of the modules on work is being developed by Indonesian people. I think there's the people, the team who developed it is there. Hi, Matahari Studio. Yeah, there is people here from Indonesia. And there's my friend who is already go to the Ubisoft, and he also joined the team with Assassin's Creed 2, Indonesian people too. And also the Legend of Guardian the Old Gahus, the concept art is Indonesian people too. Also the latest animation Tintin is Indonesian too. Also the special effect for the big movies such as Transformers and Iron Man 2 is Indonesian too. So, Toshiko, I think you wanted to write this down. You're searching for 2D artists, right? So there's a Caravan Studio who make a Marvel comics on the other stuff. They are Indonesian people too. So if they can, you as the student for the future, I think you guys can do it too. So what's the tool to make pixel art and the stuff? The stuff is graphic Gale. You can use it to create a pixel art, animation, and the stuff. It is very easy and it's a bit cheaper. You can also use pen tool side. This both tools is Japan stuff. If you want to draw something, you could use pen tool side, but because it's cheaper rather than you use Adobe Photoshop, which is lots of money to take. And you could use also freehand or Adobe Illustration, but this is everybody knows already. Everybody could make the stuff already. But the most important thing for you is, the latest tools is for you is patient. Be patient, 1000%. So break your limits, be patient for whatever game or whatever you want to make. So I think that's for me. Thank you.